Right, we're going to be having a look at the Browning X bolt today. This is the standard composite stalker in 243. It's wearing the Swarovski X5i rifle scope. I recently did a review on this scope, so I'm not going to go into too much detail about that. That's on a separate video. So let's have an in-depth look at the rifle itself. This rifle's chambered in 243. It comes with a 22-inch fully floated barrel with a 1 in 10 right-hand twist. It's a 60-degree bolt lift, which means you've got plenty of clearance here with your optics. So it doesn't really matter how big an optic you have on there. You shouldn't have any problems with that bolt clearing that. Bolt is also very smooth. No problems there. Nice positive lockdown. I also do a left-handed version of this, which is a big plus for Browning. Well done. A nice feature on this rifle I like is when the safety is engaged. You notice this little button pops up there. That little button releases the bolt when the safety is engaged. So at the moment, the bolt's locked down because the safety's on. Press that little button and the bolt lifts. So that's quite nice. It means you can unload the rifle without having to take it off of safe. Comes with a detachable polymer magazine. It's a rotary magazine. It's actually quite a clever design, this. The rounds drop in there very nice and easily. Easy to feed them in. And what's great about this is, as the rifle chambers each round comes up directly in line. So it will be feeding it straight into the chamber, which makes for a very smooth, positive feed on the rifle. That's a 4-round magazine in the smaller calibers. I believe it's 3 rounds in the heavier Magnum calibers. Well, one thing I have noticed with this rifle, using a full magazine of ammunition, sometimes that magazine, as you can see, doesn't always clip in there very nicely. Seems to be right. Perhaps if you put maybe putting the front of the magazine in first, then the back, could be the trick. But with the other answer, with the bolt open, it drops in no problem at all. So I should imagine that top round is just putting a bit of pressure on the bottom of the bolt there. So only a little minor gripe, but can be a bit irritating. The bases are fixed to the receiver here using 4 screws, 1 in each corner. This is also what gives the Browning X bolt its name, hence the X from corner to corner, and that just ensures a good firm fixture there for the optics onto the receiver. The finish on these stocks is a Duratouch finish, which is it's kind of a grippy yet solid feel, but yeah, it's rubberized, kind of a bit like the Hogue stocks. It's a nice touch though. It actually feels quite nice, and you've got a very, very soft squidgy recoil pad on the back there, so you can see how malleable that is. But makes it very comfortable shooting. So all in all, the overall finish of the rifle is very nice. Okay, a quick look at the triggers on these. These are the featherweight or feather triggers or something. I don't know quite why they're called feather triggers. They actually come out of the factory about 3.5 pounds, which to me seems very heavy. I personally prefer to be going for something like about £1.50. You can adjust them, but only down to £3, between £3 and £5. So the actual trigger itself is very good. It gives a nice positive break, but it could just do with a lighter spring being supplied for them, or something just to reduce the trigger weight down a bit. Ammunition wise, as you can see, I've given this rifle quite a good test. I've tried it with several brands of ammunition. It didn't particularly like the 100 grain or the heavier weight 243 bullets. It did, however, favour the 75 grains. I've been using Superformance, seems to be probably my favourite one in it, although it does also like the Norma 75 grain ammunition. I've just been using the Superformance purely because it's got a few extra foot per second over the Norma. So yeah, it definitely favours a lighter 75 grain bullet, or possibly a bit less than that. I've not tried anything less. I like to use the heavier rounds for longer range performance. that's using the 75 grain Hornady, actually this time, Hornady Super Performance. Also good groups with a Norma 75 grain, but that's with the Hornady Super Performance, slightly more velocity, seems to shoot those quite nicely. Quick 300 yard test. That's a 6-inch steel disc. So we put a round down on that. Oh, that's tempting. Right, no problems there. Okay, I'm out this morning, going to have a little play with the X5i Swarovski scope. I've got 4 targets out. They're 6-inch balloons, or balloons roughly inflate to about 6 inches. First one's at 218 metres. I've got another one at 312, 397, and finally one at 450. So I'm going to have a crack at each of those and see how it performs. Okay, there's the first target down there. Orange balloon, 218. Further out, yellow balloon, which was at 312. Somewhere up here. Where are you? There, pink balloon, 397. And a yellow one, a bit further up the hill there, at 450. That's the first one. So that should be, according to my Kestrel, that should be 1 click of elevation. 1 MOA, sorry, of elevation. So this one. Okay, so the next one should be 3 clicks, sorry, 3 MOA. Okay, that one's 397 metres, 475. Okay, and then upwards to that one, which is at 450. It should be 625. Pretty damn close. Probably didn't allow for a little bit of spin drift probably on there. Probably could have done with 1 click off to the left just to allow for that. So we'll just aim off slightly on the next shot. There we go. So as you can see, very little wrong with the scope. Okay, for my next trick I shall attempt to turn something living into something dead. I have my assistant Bugs. He's out here at 368 metres. I've dialed in 4 MOA for elevation. I'm just going to aim off slightly for wind. Let's see how we get on. So overall, the rifle itself, I'm quite impressed with it. No gripes really to speak of. It handles very nicely, nice and comfortable to shoot. Yeah, it's actually grown on me quite a bit. I could be quite tempted to buy myself one in possibly in 243 actually, in a left-handed version. Yeah, nice rifle.